Hi everybody, Buddy Nolan, family of Field, and it's muzzleloader season here in upstate New York. And I just went to Smitty's and I just picked up this new NitroFire Pro by Traditions. Here it is. She's brand new. I've got a Leopold Variax Freedom scope on it. And I hear this thing is the cat's meow. Cool thing about this gun is it's got these new Firesticks. I've never seen these before. But here they are. Basically, this is the powder. You put the primer in the bottom here, and this muzzle loader just opens up like a shotgun, like a break action shotgun. You slide this in, you push the sabot down the barrel, and you're good to go. They burn really clean, I've read. Doesn't really foul the gun up very much, a shot from one of these. And of course, they're super easy, super convenient, and super weatherproof. So I'm excited to sight it in and see how it shoots here. So here we go. I've got a target set up at about 75 yards out here, and it's been bore sighted by John himself, Smitty. So hopefully it hits the board. All right, first time. This is the first time I've ever loaded this gun. Just breaks open, fire stick in. Good to go. If you want to pull it out or empty the gun for any reason, super easy. So okay, I'm going to push the sabot down the barrel. See how well this slides down the barrel. Oh wow, that goes down super easy. Not super easy, but there it is. She's seated. Okay. Now, to shoot this thing, all we gotta do is put the primer in. But I really like how the bullet went in really nice. Sometimes the old muzzle loaders, you gotta really force them down in there. This one, it went in pretty smooth. Of course, it hasn't been shot yet, so we'll see after a shot or two. But overall, that went in the barrel pretty nice. So okay, I'm gonna put the primer in, and then this thing is ready to shoot. Boy, that's super convenient. Super convenient. Our first test shot of the NitroFire Pro by Traditions. All right. John had her bore sighted pretty good. Hit a couple inches to the left, not bad at about 80 yards. I'll take a walk up there and see exactly how far off it is, and that way I can make the proper adjustments with the scope and I don't have to shoot a bunch of times. One thing I noticed about that gun was with the old muzzle loaders, a lot of smoke comes out the barrel. That one didn't at all. It didn't smoke barely even a little bit. I think that new powder is supposed to be pretty nice. Yeah, here we are. So yeah, we're only a couple inches off. That ain't bad. That's just bore sighted. That was not sighted in. That was just bore sighted. So okay, looks like we are about 1, 2, 3. I would say height wise, probably pretty close to where we want to be, you know, at 80 yards, maybe down 2 clicks, if that's about it. But yeah, that's pretty nice. So I think I'll bring it to the right 3 inches and maybe down a half an inch and call it a day. That NitroFire Pro is supposed to be good out to 200 yards. Today's a windy day, so I'm not gonna really try to push its limits. But yeah, I'm kind of hopeful. I really like how it didn't smoke much. It's a clean burning powder they got there. See what my kids are up to. What are you guys doing?
Going to get Christmas stuff.
Going to get Christmas stuff?
Yeah!
Baby's happy. There you go. See the camera?
Whoa! It'd be a lot nicer if Daddy got us a Volvo.
Oh, you want a Volvo, do you? Maybe after I buy a Jeep. Yeah. Hi, Moo!
I can't fit my kids in a Jeep.
Hi, Moo! All right. Let's make a couple adjustments here on the scope. We'll give her another shot. Let's adjust this thing. Probably still right here. So 4/8 off the right. Now, just for shits and giggles, instead of running a patch through this thing, I'm just going to stick a sabot down in and just see how hard it loads. And you don't need to put the powder in first, the fire stick in first. It can go in second. This thing basically goes down to like a rib in the metal or in the barrel, so it can't go any farther than that, I've read. Yeah, it starts nice. Bullet started nice. Wow. That is incredible. Perfect. Just like that. Just like that. Easy as pie. That sabot, that's a second shot, just slid right down that barrel perfectly. There it is. Just make sure it's seated, but oh yeah, she is. Yep, she's seated nicely. Okay. Now we need a fire stick. Kind of windy out here, as you can probably imagine. And a primer. Don't want to lose these fire sticks. They're about $1.25 a piece, I think. Here. Pick that up in a minute. Okay, this is our second shot out of the Traditions NitroStick Pro. And this gun vise, by the way, this is a nice vise. This is the Caldwell lead sled. I don't know, DFT2, whatever that means, but this is a nice sled. I'm sure you've seen them at like Cabela's and stuff. But it, you know, it doesn't lock it down perfectly, but it holds it pretty steady. And if you put a couple bags of sand on here, a couple sandbags on there, it'd probably help it, you know, with the recoil. But you know, just this by itself, it's nice for sighting in. You want something nice to sight in on. We used to sight in on pillows all the time, you know, the night before deer season, and we'd be out there with flashlights trying to shoot a target in the back lawn, and just ridiculous when I was a kid. When I was a kid. We've come a long ways, so we actually use a little vise now, and this works a lot better. So okay, I'm gonna make sure we're close. Yeah. All right, second shot coming in hot. Boy, that was almost a bullseye. Woo! It don't kick hardly at all. So the fire sticks, they come in 3 different packages. They have 80 grain, 100 grain, and then 120 grain. I read that the 100 shoot probably the best. You know, but I haven't really researched it really that deep. So I went with the 100s, and so they didn't kick as bad. But this gun, I mean, it is not kicking nowhere near as hard as my 20 gauge Savage. So I'd say overall I wouldn't really worry about it. The 120s probably be fine too. I'd probably steer something a little higher than the 80 grain, something, you know, a little more impact and a little more powder than 80, but 100s, they ain't kicking that hard at all. I'm gonna come to the right a little bit more, but it's only like an inch off. That target's out there about 80 yards. It's a little windy today, so I'm not really gonna try to dial it in too nice, and I'll probably bring it down about 2 clicks. Well, actually, I'll probably check the ballistics out first before I go bringing it down much, because it's only like an inch high, and that's probably not bad at 80 yards. It's probably about where you want it. Okay, so just like the last time, I'm not gonna clean it. You definitely should clean it between every shot. But I'm kind of curious, like in the field, you know, if I'm shooting at deer, I'm not gonna be cleaning it, obviously. If I'm, you know, shooting at a buck and miss him and chase him around, shoot at him again. So I just want to see how the bullets go down the barrel, you know, because traditional muzzleloaders, anybody knows about third shot, you're ramming them in. I just kind of want to see how easy it goes down the barrel. So one more sabot here. Here they are. This is that Carnivore 250 grain sabot. Tell you what, I wouldn't want to be hit with it, that's for sure. It's a mean looking son of a gun. They just pop right out nice and easy like that. Safety on. Start it with your finger, easy enough. Here's the test. See how well it goes down. Like butter. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. That just pushed down the barrel so nicely. I think what's helping a lot is that these fire sticks are so clean burning. So I don't know if you can tell on the video, but when I'm shooting this, there isn't a bunch of smoke coming out the barrel like my traditional muzzleloader. It's kind of like shooting a shotgun almost. There's no burst of powder, no nothing. So it definitely seems like it's cleaner, I'll tell you that much. So okay, if this hits real close, this is probably going to be my last shot here. So yeah, we just stick the primer into the fire stick. So that's what it looks like. Put it on in. Good to go. Okay, here's the final shot, hopefully with the NitroFire Pro from Traditions. It's got this nice hammer on it. Cock that down, but you still got the safety. Click the safety, we're ready to shoot. Perfect. We ain't touching that sucker. We'll go check out the ballistics, but basically we're about an inch high here at 80. No, overall this gun's good to go. There's my crane sitting in the background. That baby made us a lot of money, I'll tell you that much. We did a lot of good deeds with that crane too. We saved people a lot of money around this town. She's broke down right now, the cables are broke, but we'll get her up running here in the wintertime. So here we are. Yeehaw. So this is my last shot right there. And we're about 1 inch high. This was the second to last shot here. That's right at 1 inch. A little higher there, but that could be me moving. So 1 inch high. So I'm gonna go check the ballistics out and what they recommend, you know, where to have it shooting. But that's pretty good for me. You know, my thoughts on the gun. It's a nice gun. I really like the Firestick. I didn't even think it was illegal at first, but in New York State it is. A lot of states it is. It's because you still put the sabot down the barrel. You know, the powder just gets loaded in through the breech. But really clean. The bullets push in nice. Even after, you know, 2 shots, that third bullet, it still went down the bore real nice and easy. Accurate. I mean, I'm shooting that thing pretty darn accurate right there. My other muzzleloader would be all over the place. But so we're inside and we just went to clean this thing, me and Uncle Dave, and super easy to clean. Basically the gun comes with this little tip piece, and what you get, well, what you want to get is these pre-saturated cleaning patches, and then just a bag of dry patches. And all you do, super easy, you just put a patch on, push it down the barrel, back up and through. Mine, it took like probably 5 patches of the pre-saturated ones to come clean, and then a couple dry ones, and you're good to go. And this barrel's super clean and ready for the next hunt. So that's pretty impressive, really.
It is. Oh, what we go through to clean that one of mine.
Yeah, overall I'm really impressed with this gun so far. Like, cleaning was always a big hassle for us. You know, the other ones were running the brushes through and spinning them with a drill, and you know, just trying to get the gunk out. This one just cleaned super easy. And it's spotless right now, and it took me like 5 minutes, and I didn't know what I was doing. You could easily do this. Every time you shoot it, you should just clean it, because it's just super easy. Really nice gun, really nice setup, really easy to clean. Now if we can just shoot a deer with it. All right, we got to go look at a few trees for the neighbors.
Oh, yeah. That's what Greg's got to do with mine, too.
Yep, so that's my review of the NitroFire Pro by Traditions. I definitely would recommend this gun to anybody. Super nice, super clean, super accurate. It's a good gun. We're going to see if we can't get ourselves a deer with it. Until then, this is Buddy Noel and Family Afield. We'll be out hunting, and I'll bring you with me. Hopefully we can get a deer with this gun in the next 4 days before muzzleloader season ends. So I know if one gets close to us, he's in trouble with this thing.